From meth gators to attack squirrels, you'll never go grocery shopping again after you hear these incredibly crazy news headlines. This is True Comedy.
Welcome to True Comedy Podcast. I'm Nicholas Finch.
And I'm Kirstan Cunningham.
Today we have headlines from all over the country. People have been doing some crazy things, and it's time for us to talk about them.
The rent is too dang high. Yes, honestly, in the world's media today, a lot of it's not those newspapers, but we still have crazy headlines on anything. Clickbait, anything you're scrolling through on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. Even the crazy things on Fox News. But today we're going to kind of talk about those and go through our top 10 highly debatable news headlines.
Well, go ahead.
Go ahead, Nick. I see a lot of times people think, it's funny, I just said go ahead, Nick, and then I continue to talk, my bad. But we are off to a great start here, right? Honestly, I know a lot of people look at news headlines and immediately think, Florida man does this, Florida man does that. But there's crazy stuff everywhere in the wild world we live in. So, Nick, tell me something on your list.
Well, it's interesting that you say Florida man, but that's actually where I'm going to start. I know we didn't want to just bash the Florida man.
It's okay. People live in Florida. They understand.
I have the least detail on this Florida man, but I just think this headline was hilarious, and I think it tells the entire story. Florida man threatened neighbors with nunchucks and roach spray, hits himself in the face with them instead.
I feel like I know this person. Like, they sound like they're a good time. But they also sound like, as well as they're wearing like an American flag Speedo with the mullet, super greasy.
This man was black.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, this was a black man.
Awkward. My bad.
What you got, man?
If we were playing black, white, or other, I would have just lost.
Well, I mean, I could have said his name, Assad bin Dayan or bin Dayan.
I can't.
It's whatever it is. It's kind of like Dominican or something like that. It's something from one of them islands.
It's not American.
It's something from one of those islands down there. I don't know which nationality it is, but it ain't regular American. It's not a good old American last name like Finch or Cunningham.
Let's just go ahead and say this is all jokes. These are jokes. This is a comedy podcast. The things we just said should be hilarious. You're probably laughing right now. Well, since, Nick, you decided to talk about Florida man, I guess I will hit y'all with another Florida man. Florida man found behind grocery store freezer after being missing for 10 years.
What? I need the deets.
So apparently, this guy went missing. And I'm just going to tell you, this is an article I found in some overseas paper, July 31st, 2019, by Stony Williams.
Stony Williams.
Reported that it's a mysterious body of Larry Eli, M-word I can't pronounce, was found behind a cooler in a supermarket. Apparently, they had to end up using DNA, and I'm a huge true crime junkie, and I love crazy stories like this. That's why immediately this made me click on these. But apparently, old boy had started hallucinating. He had been going to the doctor with his mother, feeling a little disoriented, and he thought somebody was following him, so he decided to hide in a freezer, and he came up missing. In January earlier, actually, of this year, 2019, crews were removing shelving from coolers at the grocery store, and there his body was. So, yeah, there's an 18-inch gap between the cooler and the wall, and he just thought it would be a great place to hang out.
Wait, was he found alive?
Oh, no, he was found dead.
Okay, so...
His body.
So was somebody actually following him, or did he just die there?
He was dead. I'm just telling you what I found online, okay? I'm not CNN. I'm not going to read this whole article.
I need to know.
Hold on. Okay. I'm going to tell you, basically, he thought people were following him. He was hallucinating. He had been to the doctor being prescribed anti-hallucinants and things of that nature because, according to his mother, he really wasn't. He wasn't scheduled to work today. He hid behind the cooler in that 18-inch gap. And the compressors apparently made so much noise when he fell behind them that no one heard him cry.
Oh.
But my bigger issue is, why didn't anyone smell him? Because have you ever stuck your hand behind a refrigerator? It gets kind of warm back there with those compressors.
That's true. Also, this is Florida, right?
Yes.
It's Florida, right?
It's hot and humid.
Exactly.
He's sticky. He's bubbling up. It's not all that.
But you got to think about it. It's Florida.
Oh.
It's Florida.
Yeah, it's Florida.
Okay, thank you. I have to say that about 5 times for you to understand
Florida,
what I
man.
was saying. It's
Yeah.
Florida. I got one more story that has no details, but the headline is just inherently funny.
Okay.
Because you don't need details.
All right, I'm a little nervous.
Here we go. It's an Alabama man who police said was drunk, was unable to hit brakes and crashed into a South Carolina brake shop. Irony.
He just couldn't catch a break. There we go. I had to do it. That's that dad joke. Yeah. I feel like I need my white New Balances on with my mid-calf high socks.
Your dad jokes?
Yeah, my dad jokes.
Yeah, how ironic is that? He's like, you gonna crash into a brakes. Your brake messed up, so you just crash right into a brake shop.
I wonder who called the police. Were it people at the brake shop, or were the police pursuing him? But you had no details about this, so let's just speculate.
No. From what I read, it happened at night. The brake shop was closed. He was all gas, no brakes. What you got?
Okay, so people say what's in a name. I really just think, though, when you name certain things, you're immediately set up for a crazy life. I mean, like, if your name is Cinnamon, I expect you to be a baker. Yeah, you thought I was going to say something else.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, if your name is Honesty, I expect you to lie. A lot. I mean, there's just all these other names that...
What about Mercedes?
Your name is Mercedes, you like cars. Or your mama wanted a Mercedes and she couldn't afford one.
These are very responsible answers. I appreciate that.
Couldn't afford a car, so she named her daughter Alexis. That's how it happens. But what would you think someone would do if their name was Henry Ford?
Oh gosh, this man's still a car.
So here it is in a Fox News article written by Bradford Betts. I guess I don't know why I'm shouting him out.
I appreciate your journalistic integrity.
Thank you, and I don't even have a degree in this. Someone else in the room does, but that's not me. Y'all, the look Nick is giving me right now. It's like, why you have to tell all my business?
Boy, read the story.
Okay. So, car thief Henry Ford arrested in Michigan, officials say.
Oh, not Michigan. That makes
yes,
it so much worse.
Motor City. Listen, here's what makes it worse. Every line of this article just makes you want to read more and more and more because it's full of petty. It is full of petty. This is clickbait 101. And like the mug shot, this man's face has such the I'm unbothered. It just doesn't like he's just in it's a man of African American descent, but he just has his look like, okay, I've been here 10 or 12 times before. Nick, look at the face. You see this, right?
Yes.
He doesn't care at all. First line: Henry Ford, a notorious car thief, wanted for violating his parole, was captured Wednesday morning in southeast Michigan, authorities said. But apparently, this Henry Ford is like a well-established car thief. This is all he does. And like, I want to tell y'all one thing, like this U.S. Marshal that arrested him had to say, okay? And like, I strive to be this petty sometimes. So basically, here's the quote. Basically, this guy's whole life he's been a thief. He steals from vehicles. He steals vehicles. He steals tires off of vehicles. Anything to do with vehicles, go figure, Henry Ford is robbing them. I mean, that's everything having to do with a car. He's going to steal your hubcaps off. First you can start with your hubcaps, or maybe your license plate. Then he's going to break your window out, steal your radio. Then he's going to steal everything else out your car, all your loose change that's just floating around that you use maybe for like a drink at a restaurant, or like your snack change that you keep in that center console. He probably even steals the French fries that fall in between your seat and where you put your seat belt in. He steals all the condiments, all the 37,000 extra napkins you've stolen from every restaurant in the world. He's stolen it all and probably going to try to sell it back to you.
No.
That's what Henry Ford does.
No.
And I bet the best thing is that people say, who stole your car? Henry Ford. They look at you and laugh.
Who stole your car? Henry Ford, probably.
Yeah, that Model T. He assembled a lineup and got everything out the car.
Oh, now he's Model P for prisoner.
But here's one thing I do want to think about Henry Ford, though. So he's stealing stuff out of cars. I wonder if he's very specific, though, with only stealing out of Fords.
I bet you he will steal out of anything but a Ford.
Because I bet he's a Chevy man. Like, he likes Chevrolet vehicles, I bet.
My question is, I wonder if he only steals from domestic cars or does he steal from foreign
Now,
cars?
look at this man's face, Nick. Does he look like he knows about anything foreign?
Yes.
Okay, he just, y'all know that unbothered face that you have when you're just really tired of hearing someone talk.
I mean,
Their lips ain't doing no pouting, their eyes glazed over and glossed over. That's the look this man has on his face.
you got to imagine that he'd know the difference between a Toyota and a Ford or a Toyota and a Chevy. One is clearly not from America, and the other one is clearly from Detroit.
But they're
Michigan.
all on the streets of America.
I can't.
They're all American. The people that drive them bleed red, white, and blue.
You know, it's funny because it seems like I should be the one doing that voice.
But not me. I'm quite good at that voice.
You know,
America.
I want to talk about drugs. I'm kidding.
Oh,
I don't want to talk
okay.
about marijuana. I want to get very serious because you know there are stereotypical things that marijuana might do to a person. And I have two stories related to marijuana.
Is this about to be a PSA for if you drive high you get a DUI?
No.
Okay, because I've literally heard like 3 commercials like that within the last 10 minutes.
I feel like, you know, there's stereotypical things that marijuana wouldn't make you do, and there's stereotypical things that marijuana that's clearly something else just being called marijuana would make you do. Okay. So, let's go to Arizona.
Ooh, it's illegal there, so these are going to be great stories.
All right. So, here's what weed shouldn't make you do. Arizona man arrested for shooting at moon.
Okay.
Do
you have details on this one?
I do. An Arizona man arrested for unlawfully discharging a firearm told authorities that he was trying to shoot the moon.
Oh my God.
Prescott Valley police say 39-year-old Cameron Reed also admitted to smoking marijuana before the incident last Friday.
Okay, so marijuana might make you howl at the moon, but when you go inside, find Smith & Wesson and introduce them to the bullets, put them in the chamber, click it back real quick, and start shooting at the moon, something is wrong.
That ain't marijuana. That's just what they called it.
No, that's somebody done put some oregano in there.
If it's marijuana, it's the synthetic kind. It's that bath salt kind to make the Florida man go crazy.
This is the type of stuff that ruins your life.
Now, let me tell you something weed should make you do. Now, this makes sense.
Okay.
We're going to the great state of Georgia,
where it's not legal. There's probably going to be some correlation in a minute.
It absolutely is. Georgia man accidentally takes probation officer for weed.
Hey, you my plug. You got that fire. You got that gas.
A Georgia man of Albany pleaded guilty this week for violating his probation by mistakenly testing his probation officer for marijuana. Alvin Cross Jr. sent out a text to his probation officer saying, "You have some weed." Furthermore, he gets first. Furthermore, according to the TV station WALB TV, probation officers and drug agents raided Cross's home and found a bag of cocaine.
Oh.
He was sentenced to serve 2 years in prison, one for violating his probation, and another year for possession of cocaine.
Cocaine. Okay, so hold on.
Heck of a drug.
The police decided, this is where I think some fishy. The police decided to raid his house to look for drugs because he sent out a text trying to find some drugs. Clearly, okay, end of the story tells you he has drugs at his house, but he was trying to find some to begin with. So why did they think, oh, just going to raid his house because he's looking for some?
Well, because he was on probation, and I feel like you're defending this young man.
I'm not defending him one bit. I wish I knew what the probation officer texts back. He said, yeah, I got that fire. How much you trying to get?
You got some weed.
Then I might be saying, okay.
First of all, this is a very polite way of asking, You know, who was asking for weed? Say, excuse me, sir, you have some weed?
Well, maybe he thought he was putting it in a group text, and that was like when he like sent it to the wrong group.
But he used
maybe
have. That's proper English.
True.
That doesn't inherently make
I
sense.
smell a setup. Where's McGruff the crime dog?
Something ain't right here. Something ain't right.
When something's wrong in the neighborhood, who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters!
Or your probation officer and text me, we got that fire in them roids, man. I got that fire in them roids.
Oh man! Now, which one sounds more realistic that you would do? That one, you would shoot at the moon, or two, you would text your probation officer trying to text somebody else because you was high?
Two, probably.
That makes more sense.
I mean, if you high, you probably gonna stare at a movie and it be paused, and you thought it was playing the whole time for 2.5 hours, and you thought the movie was going.
I'm gonna watch this Cat Williams movie high. Because, you know, it's just something that's going to make me laugh.
Right.
But you never press play, but you laughing at all the old jokes. Cause you done seen it.
You sitting there staring at the screen on Netflix and like, man, Cat done got fun. And he looked just like he did back in 07. He ain't been in jail or nothing. Knowing Cat is locked up, they won't let him out.
No, they won't let him out.
But, okay, that just goes to show you in states where it's legal, they growing some stuff that will mess you up.
I promise you.
I promise you,
Arizona
boo-boo. I promise you, boo-boo.
It wasn't the weed that made him do that. Because ain't nobody finna go get a gun.
Are you sure it wasn't that Cryptochronic cutter light? I think I killed Finch.
Go your headline.
Like, I'm serious, though.
That don't make any sense.
That stuff that they grew, it was mutated. Like, they dipped that in that same stuff that made the Joker. Like, we are from the great state of Alabama.
Oh, no.
So, I just had to be honest and decide, okay, I know my state is crazy. Mm-hmm. Let me find a news title that I would click on that ain't super yeehaw or roll tide. Or
War Eagle.
I do like to say in the great state of Alabama that people do some crazy stuff. Like some really, 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 really crazy stuff. And I think a lot of it mixes with people being bored. Not there ain't stuff to do in Alabama, but we know how to be bored. And I mean, we know how to be bored and do stupid stuff. So, Nick, here's this. This to me mixes every bit of crazy that if this wasn't Alabama, it would definitely be Florida. Okay. Like, it would be nowhere else other than, okay?
Does it say where in Alabama this is?
Oh, it does. I'm going to get to that. Trust and believe.
Lord, please let this not be South Alabama, Lord. Please let this be North Alabama.
You'll know. From people from Alabama, you will be able to immediately tell what part of the state it is by the time I finish this title.
Okay.
First off, thank you, Joel Goldstein, for this article. So, Alabama man kept a tech squirrel and fed it meth to ensure it would remain aggressive. Police say.
He did the meth squirrel.
So, now, okay, this combines everything Alabama.
I thought about doing the meth squirrel.
So, this literally combines everything Alabama. Squirrels, because trust me, squirrels here are as big as cats.
And more aggressive.
And definitely more aggressive. I've seen a squirrel yank an ice cream cone out of someone's hand, sit on its hind legs, and start eating it like that person, and looked at them like bucked at them and dared them to try to get their ice cream cone back.
First of all, who gonna try to get the ice cream?
Right.
Back? I don't even want that ice cream.
If you trying to eat ice cream after a squirrel, you trying to die.
Yeah, you trying to get.
There are cooler ways to die other than a rabbit, squirrel, and ice cream.
You trying to get the rabies.
My Bluebell ain't worth it. Alabama brand ice cream, you know.
Yeah.
Go Alabama.
Yeah, Connecticut sausage.
Hey, everybody out there that likes Connecticut sausage, and if you're listening down in Connecticut County, where some of my family's from, go ahead and send us some. I love Connecticut sausage, Connecticut bacon. They even have turkey.
Wait, they have Connecticut bacon?
Oh, yes, they do.
Since when?
Since for like the past 10 years or so. There's a Connecticut festival. I promise you, we will come record an episode live if you want us to, Connecticut County. Make that happen. Give us all the Kaneka products you want. This was
like
not a paid advertisement yet by Kaneka Sausage. But, okay, listen. It combines massive squirrels and meth. So, Nick, where do you think this is from?
Walker County.
Almost.
Coleman County.
Almost. You getting closer to the north area, but this is in Limestone County.
Oh.
Super, like Limestone County. I used to recruit there when I recruited for the University of West Alabama.
That makes no sense.
And we're not going to get on why. They sent my ebony skin to that area of the state, but I did a great job. It was some fun stuff, some great food up there.
You're the first non-black person on TV they saw.
Stop. But he's right. It's Limestone County. There isn't much there. So that's why I said we do boredom well. People figure out things, and there are some drug issues in Limestone County. It's being cleared up. If you go look at the Sheriff's County website and see all the inmates, you can see what a lot of people are being booked for. But I'm just going to read you some of this article. The attack squirrel has since been... I can't even get it through this. First off, hold on. I'm going to read you this sentence. Then we're going to kind of talk about what these people did. Okay, so after the man that feeds the squirrel meth to make it an attack squirrel, the quote-unquote attack squirrel was released into a nearby wooded area per the advice of the Alabama Game and Fish Division of the Department of Conservation. Who was working that day that decided that they were going to release a meth out tweaker squirrel into public? Did they let the meth squirrel pee in a cup to see how much meth it had in its system? Have you ever come across a meth addict? Them people crazy. They teeth falling out, and they just jittery and just shaking. I just see that squirrel over there just go, like the squirrel off of Ice Age is just shaking and running around looking for that same nut. But apparently, this squirrel gonna be looking for an acorn that never existed. The acorn it's looking for is gonna be the compound of meth. You can't go to the park and try to push little Day little tree on a swing, and then you have this meth squirrel come up shaking and scratching like, I need some meth. Where the meth at? Like, this squirrel's trying to attack you. Like, my thing is, people, the investigators didn't even find the man that made the meth squirrel. They were looking for him. When they did find him, they arrested him. But I wonder what this squirrel looked like. Is he albino? Is he dark? Is he light? Does he got prison tats? Does he have teardrops tatted under his eyes?
All his squirrel homies that done passed away.
He got a fifth of some malt liquor in a brown paper sack, pouring it out for his homies waiting on some meth.
Oh my God.
He done sold all the copper off the playground trying to find him some meth. He got little chipettes and little lady squirrels out there trying to turn some tricks to make some meth. This ain't right.
Stop. You're killing me. Knockout.
Can you imagine? I can't stop right now. Can you imagine being the police officer that shows up to arrest someone, and next thing you got rabbit squirrels chasing you, and they trying to attack. What was this man thinking? He was gonna have a squirrel on a leash, and when does he walk the squirrel? Does he put his meth underneath the squirrel? Does he put his meth in a tree and kind of like hide it in acorns and stuff? Like,
I wish I had answers for these questions.
And the better question is,
What?
How do you answer the phone at the Alabama Game and Fishery Division and not die laughing when someone calls you asking you this stuff all serious? Because you know somebody put this call on speakerphone and they'll call everybody into their office. And they are sitting here dying laughs like, hey man, we got this is Officer Bob at the Limestone County Sheriff's Office, and we have this squirrel that we believe might be on meth that we just want to release into the wild. Is that safe? I'm like, huh? Yes, a squirrel on meth. How you know? He peed on a stick and we tested it. Hold up. Wait a minute. You let a squirrel pee on a stick and you tested it? Yes. We do those things up here in Limestone County. Like, so one, I bet you the man that told this person that they could release this squirrel out into the wild still to this day doesn't believe they had some meth addicted squirrels releasing them into the wild. Or if they did, I bet you they fired. You're going to take that thing to the vet and get a little shot, boom, and it's going to go night-night.
You gotta kill that squirrel.
You have to.
You gotta kill it.
Humanely, because I don't want PETA after me. Ask my brother what happens when PETA come for you. Oh, just,
You put a piece of bacon in their face and they just kind of back up.
Listen. And then the Limestone County Sheriff's Office had the pure nerve to post about this on Facebook. They announced on their Facebook squirrel that the squirrel had been safely released into the wild per the suggestion of the Alabama Game and Fishery Division of the Department of Conservation. And according to the sheriff's office wrote, the squirrel was released into a wooded area on the advice. It ran into the woods and did not attack. I can't even do it. It did not attack the deputies who released it. How do you draw the short end of the stick at work that day? Hey man, we got this squirrel we want you to release out in the wild.
Could you imagine going home? Could you imagine going home? I can see it now. Hey, Whitney. Yeah, honey. You are not gonna believe it.
You be you, I be Whitney.
Okay. Whitney.
Huh?
You're not gonna believe the day I just had.
Okay. Let me do my makeup. Lashes.
What's that got to do with my day, Whitney?
Do light?
She gonna kick your butt. She gonna kick your butt. Don't do my wife like that.
I love Whitney. She awesome. She's incredible.
She is. But I couldn't imagine going home that day.
You
can't go home. You have to quit your job.
You have to.
Like you just can't. You can't go back to work after.
No, you file an unemployment the next day.
Yes, you have to get fired.
Oh yeah. No. Oh, I'm gonna get fired. I promise you. Let somebody hand me a meth squirrel to release in public. It ain't getting released. I'm not opening the cage. I'm gonna sit here and shake it like it's a maraca.
First of all, you shake that cage like it's a maraca.
That squirrel gonna go.
That squirrel coming for you.
That squirrel gonna pick. Hold up. It's meth addicted. Meth people are creative. Why didn't that squirrel just learn how to make a little squirrel lock pick and pick the lock? And come out and attack folks and go Super Saiyan.
What you think it was trying to do with its teeth?
It turned its tail into like a Slim Jim and it's sitting there trying to fumble with it, stick it in there.
That squirrel was in that cage just tweaking out.
Meth.
Oh my God.
Okay, sorry, I spent too long on the meth squirrel. You gotta understand, it's a meth squirrel.
You went all the way in on the meth squirrel.
Okay, look, they have a picture of this squirrel though. I'm about to show this to Nick. It's in a cage. It's locked up. The squirrel just look happy and content. You know, you want to know why? He high.
That squirrel high than a kite.
He higher than high. He's up at the satellites looking at all the trees.
That squirrel think he a flying squirrel.
He like, wee! R.I.P. just killed the squirrel.
Oh my God.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Okay, I'm done. What's next, Nick?
Florida man accidentally butt dials 911 while cooking meth with his mom.
Nick, Nick, I know you attempted to read that, but since we know in like the last episode I kind of mumbled because you know King of throwaway lines. Let's read that again. I'm gonna try to keep my composure so you can let everybody know what you just said.
Okay. Florida man accidentally butt dials 911 while cooking meth with his mom.
His mom? I didn't hear that. Hey, Ma. Hey, girl. Bring me them other mitts. What you cooking, Eunice?
This is
some meth, Ma. Some meth. Bring me the oven mitts, the baking soda, and I forgot what else I was missing. Come on, Eunice. I mean, that's my name.
Courtesy of the smoking gun. I actually have a courtesy this time.
Oh.
A police operator stayed on the line for half an hour listening to them talking about making and selling methamphetamine. According to a police report, the operator, cops noted, also detected a bubbling sound as if something was cooking during the 911 call. The police dispatcher reported a man who identified himself as Tommy stated that he was on probation and complained that a police official had been watching him.
Ma! I'll be fresh as heck while them feds watching. Eunice, honey. I mean, Tommy. Oh, your name gonna be Eunice today. These grits smell funny that's in here bubbling. And why you got all this Sudafed and Excedrin and NyQuil? What you in here cooking?
Well, calm yourself before you tell all the ingredients and how to make
Okay, I'm back. Look, my bad. I'm back.
Calm yourself.
Sorry, I was about to tell all my chemistry experience.
Yeah.
I pull out I don't want too many science fails. I can tell you how to make it, but I ain't gonna.
We need to get away from meth.
But we can't, because my next story, are you done with yours?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
New Mexico man arrested after he allegedly force-fed his cat meth and beat his woman.
Jesus Christ.
When I first read this, it said force-fed his cat meth and... What's new, pussycat?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Then it said beat his girlfriend, and I was just trying to make sure those were two different people.
Jesus.
But
meth is crazy, man.
It is. People
Okay.
used to say crack is a heck of a drug.
Now,
but
let me ask you this question. That was a New Mexico man, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, don't it sound like this Arizona man was on meth and not marijuana?
It does.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to read you I have a short excerpt prepared. Aaron Spalding was initially arrested in June. But after his cat tested positive for methamphetamine, charges were upgraded. What is it with these people testing all these animals for drugs?
Who would think to test the cat for meth?
I ain't. I'm just happy a little house tiger didn't attack me.
And how come the charges were upgraded? I mean, it wasn't enough that he actually beat his partner.
Right.
But then, we got the cat now. Oh,
Right.
you really gone now.
Did she come in and say, look, you need to test that cat for meth now? He didn't even, he wasn't just trying to show me how to breathe with no air. He was trying to show the cat how high she could get. Now we know how I felt about Chris Brown.
Oh, my God.
Here's what happened. Apparently, while investigating the scene, authorities alleged. I'm not laughing because of what he was doing to the cat. I'm laughing about the way this is written. While investigating the scene, authorities allege that Spalding abused his male domestic short-haired cat by squeezing it until it cried out, strangling it, and forcibly feeding it methamphetamines. So you sitting there investigating the crime, watching this man feed the cat meth while it's hollering?
Wait.
Like this cat sitting here. First off, if anybody's ever been around a cat, you know a cat, when it wants attention, is the most annoying thing ever. It's just in there. You hear this going on. You're investigating. You see this man got his arms wrapped around the cat like a snake or something, just shaking it, just squeezing and squeezing and squeezing and shoving meth down the throat, and you ain't doing nothing? Something's wrong with you. Call the ASPCA. Get you a show on Animal Planet or Discovery Channel or something.
You know what? It seems like from your last two stories that there is a place on the Animal Planet or whatever it's called,
Animal or Discovery. Either way, the Learning Channel something.
For people who give meth to animals.
Right. And they need hilarious, comedic, two guys that don't look like they should be ever around animals, also known as Nicholas Finch and Kirstan Cunningham, to host that show. We're going to turn that tragedy into a comedy, and ratings going to go zoomy through the roof.
What's he doing to that alligator? Is that meth? What?
Why? No.
Why?
He is using a rectal thermometer on that alligator. Oh, this about to be hilarious.
Cat. Oh, these animals. Hey, let's stay. Was that where was that? That was New Mexico, right?
That was in New Mexico.
New Mexico.
But for real though, one question: how is he feeding that cat milk? meth? Was it like in its milk? Did he turn like that meth into lean and make lean milk, like milk that was like lean? Was this cat's milk purple? Did it look like syrup? Was it special Sprite but
He's
milk?
probably just holding the cat down and just forcing meth crystals in his mouth.
Okay. I don't want to know, but I want to know.
I do. You know what? I didn't realize I wanted to know.
Right.
And now I do.
I just want to know the feasibility of it.
Actually, I don't
Let's
even know.
do a feasibility study.
Oh, wow. Okay, Florida. Let's just go back to Florida.
Okay, let's take a trip. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
Florida man arrested for punching 80-year-old man at Applebee's.
That was the turn up. He wanted them free chicken tenders.
Let's go to Daytona Beach News Journal.
Daytona Beach News Journal.
Harry Sander was having drinks in the Applebee's bar Sunday night about 9:30 when the older man overheard Sawyer repeatedly using explicitives and talking about the female anatomy.
Oh.
Sander leaned in close to Sawyer and said, "In Germany, you don't speak in such a manner," according to the report.
Are you sure, though?
Sawyer responded, "I don't care where you are from, whether it be Russia or Dutch." And he told him to go to the other side of the bar, the report states. When Sander didn't move, Sawyer punched him in the face and pushed him backward, sending the octogenarian down against the table to the floor.
I'm just trying to say, though, what anatomy? He was talking about her ears, right, or her eyes.
Well, it was explicative in talking about.
Oh, never mind.
A female anatomy.
Oh, so he was talking about her long flowing hair. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a blessing.
He was talking about her beautiful round toes.
Okay. She got a pedicure.
Yeah.
So, what, like, the old man was upset because him and Eunice, because now Eunice is an old lady that's with him.
Jesus.
At the bar. Eunice just won't go home. I don't know what it is.
Eunice is everywhere in Florida, man.
Bob. Yes, Eunice. What's he over there talking about? Oh, no, he talking about that. I don't know why Eunice is Southern, even though she's from Germany. But she is. You need to do something about that. And next thing you know, Bob wake up tomorrow because he done got punched in the face. And he German. Das Boot.
I mean, let's think about this logically for a second.
Why they in Applebee's, though? Why did it turn up so real in Applebee's?
I mean, he's 80. He's in Florida.
Retiree snowbird.
He's from Germany. He's 80.
Oh. Okay.
And he's talking about they wouldn't speak like that.
I think that's a lie. And for our German listeners, because I know we have a couple, I need you to comment on this episode and let me know. Jonathan, I'm talking to you specifically. Let me know. Let me know what you know, No.
All right, what you got?
No, I'm still going to stay on your story for a second because I'm confused. Why is it that every time I've gone to Applebee's, did I tell you about, like, when I went to Applebee's and they whipped out, like, a DJ card? And, like, I realized I was in the wrong side of Birmingham. Like, they put out turntables and Applebee's got lit, bro. Like, I was nervous, I ain't gonna lie. But then I was like, I'm in my work attire. I can't be ratchet like I want to be. When they got back that thing up, come on, throwing it back for the 99 and 2000.
Just call a spade a spade. You was way too sober to be in that place that was turned up that much.
Right, because you don't drink and drive.
That's right. I respect that.
I picked these stories by things that I would actually click on.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one. Bear makes Kool-Aid man escape from Colorado home.
That's new.
Yeah.
That just happened. That
Yes,
just
it did.
happened like 2 days ago.
This literally August 12th.
I never heard about that.
Police in Colorado said a bear that broke into a home left in the style of the Kool-Aid man by bursting out through the wall when officers arrived. Can you imagine what would happen if you saw Winnie the Pooh just burst through a wall? Like, oh yeah, Mr. Kool-Aid. Like, that would have messed me up.
You want to know what? I bet you that bear has some meth.
That was a meth bear.
He met up with the meth squirrel.
And they just linked up. Then they found a meth cat. And so he just had to kick through that wall and say, where the party at?
They had them a homeward bound style of
Homeward Bound, the adventures of meth animals.
That's homeward bound 4.
Wait. Yeah, that can be Homeward Bound 4. And if you need great writers and comedic voice talent, call up Nicholas Finch and Kirstan Cunningham. We'll do anything for money within reason. And like, if we're just going to continue on probably meth-induced animals, here's another one.
Oh my God.
Man high as a kite tries to steal monkey from the zoo for his girlfriend. I'm going to let you know right now. If you ever try to steal a monkey, something wrong with you.
You know what? Yeah.
Like, them are like little children. They make noise. They gonna throw a fit. Why would you try to do that? I don't care how high you are. If you high, you in your mind, you should think you too slow to catch a monkey. And then if you catch a monkey, what you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with Bubbles? Okay, you saw what happened to Michael Jackson. What you gonna do with Bubbles? What you gonna do with that chimpanzee beating you across the head, asking you for food? Like, that ain't gonna happen. That thing is stronger than you.
It depends on the size of the monkey. If it's a little monkey, it won't be stronger than
I ain't taking Zaboomafu home with me.
Oh my God.
I know that's a lemur, okay?
Are lemurs not monkeys?
They are, but I'm just saying. I don't want anybody trying to at me about Zaboomafu and calling the Crap Brothers on me. But if the Crap Brothers would like Nicholas Finch and Kirstan Cunningham to appear on an episode of their new show, even though it's animated, we will. We are great voice talent. We do almost anything for money.
I can't with you right now, bro. You plugging us hard.
I am. Look,
I love
let's
it.
get a show. Get a check and get it right back.
Happy Pilots pay us for student loans.
Lord. If Sally Mae wants to do informative commercials and PSAs with some hilarious talent, call up Kirstan Cunningham and Nicholas Finch.
Bruh, speaking of money, have you seen that story?
Money!
Jesus. Have you seen that story about Todd Chrisley? Apparently was committing bank fraud. That's how he got all his money.
Who does this surprise? Not me.
Not me. I was wondering how he got the money.
No one knows what he does. But look, if you ever want some great comedic talent to interview Todd Chrisley on an episode of Dateline called Kirstan Cunningham and Nicholas Finch, you'll find our Instagram and all that information at the end of the show.
Man, you know, I gotta say this, and then you gotta get to your next story. He's like, I've
my
always
last
wondered.
I got two more.
I was just always wondering how Todd Chrisley, how he got out the money and the kids. Go ahead.
You didn't have to come for the kids now. Man, not my kids. Okay. This is my last one before my last one.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, I did a little research. I had a short bio prepared. Okay, Nick. In the world of your day job, you deal with athletes all the time. You know, I have a brother that's an athlete that needs to listen to the show and plug us online. I said all that to say there are some people that have to pass like drug tests and screenings like that. Florida gas station owner accosted by urine in his microwave.
What?
Yeah, so what had happened was, I'm going to show you this sign right here. This is a real problem. If in your gas station where there's a microwave, well, people like to heat their food. People like me that travel for a living, that meal prep and pack a cooler full of delicious items, they don't need to be using no pee-pee smelling, pee-pee stained microwave. See, there's a sign on this man's microwave that says, only for food use, do not warm urine.
What?
A place where you go to fill up your vehicle with fuel. It's right beside a lab court or a place where people go for drug screening. And what they have is may and somebody else's urine that they're going in there to heat up. That it's probably been cold, or they done bought that fake urine from the gas station or somebody else, and they're making it heat up to body temperature. So when they take it in there, it's like they peed and they're not using someone else's tinkle. That's disgusting. Your Hot Pocket tastes like pee-pee. Your bratwurst is worse.
I have no words. That's terrible.
That makes me so mad. Like, can you imagine being that gas station owner? And let's say someone went to the bathroom and left their pee-pee in that microwave just spinning and spinning and spinning. And to be inconspicuous, they put it in like that Campbell soup container that you can pull back that foil metal lid on it. You put that plastic thing on top so you think nothing's wrong. And you just over there, I'm going to be super nice and get this man's cup of broccoli cheddar soup out. So when he comes out, he can go. And you pull it out, and next thing you know, you just left R. Kelly house, you covered in pee. That's a problem.
Oh, my God. Oh.
What?
That's not bad.
There's court papers.
I know. This just, wow, okay.
You weren't prepared.
I wasn't. Let me switch gears. Talk about gun violence. Arkansas men. I got you. Arkansas men arrested for taking turns shooting each other while wearing bulletproof vests after drinking.
I would do that sober. It says bulletproof, man.
Charles Eugene Ferris, age 50.
Did you say Eunice or Eugene?
Eugene.
Eunice. I heard Eunice.
And Christopher Hicks, age 36, were detained on Monday.
Hold up. These people are over the age of 19.
Yeah.
He's like, they too old. Their bodies don't work the same way after you turn 25. If you done been there, you know. So continue your story.
They were detained the Monday after the incident, which took place on a Sunday, and left one neighbor alarmed. Details of the case were inside an arrest affidavit obtained by Northwest Arkansas Democrat Gazette. According to the affidavit, a deputy with the Benton County Sheriff's Office first interviewed Ferris after he was admitted to the hospital late Sunday night. The man reportedly had a red spot on his upper chest, but tried to concoct an elaborate cover story for the injury.
What was happening was it was a hunting accident. We were reenacting Dick Cheney going dove hunting.
Oh my
okay.
God.
That's what we were doing. He didn't shoot me. I didn't shoot him. It was an accident.
We were watching TV.
Raise hell, praise Dale.
Oh my God. All right, man. Go ahead with your last story.
Okay. So I just want to say I didn't believe this headline when I saw it. Okay. So I did some actual research. Nick, you were talking about a German man earlier. Okay. So I'm going to hit something kind of German. Here we go. I can't even read it. If y'all could see the concern on Nick's face about what I'm about to read right now.
I hadn't said a word. I'm just sitting here like, oh my God.
He's like, oh my God, what's he gonna say? Am I gonna have to edit this out? And Nick's like, no, I ain't about to edit this out. Kirstan about to edit this episode.
You daggone right I am.
Yep. So, hidden pages in Anne Frank's diary revealed, and they're filled with sex talk and dirty jokes.
Oh God. I'm going home. No, that's it.
No, and I put them headphones back on, boys.
No, I can't do it.
What makes this even worse?
I can't.
Is this article has a picture of Anne Frank.
No.
And after you read the headline, like she's writing in something,
Oh,
it just looks like all she doing is making dirty jokes.
oh no.
But apparently everyone's always known these pages were there. But apparently Frank had covered all these up with brown adhesive paper. And we kind of know we have a pretty good idea why she did it. Because these are just bad. Like, I'm not going to read these because this is a family show. But basically, the Associated Press was, here's one of the jokes. Actually, I can't even pronounce it because it's very German. But it says, do you know why the German, insert W word, girls are in Holland? It says, why? As mattresses for the soldiers.
Did she write that?
She wrote that in her diary.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait, so were these just jokes or were these like
no, these are jokes.
okay, so these were jokes she wrote. She wasn't talking about something she experienced, was she?
No.
Oh, okay. That's better. Cause I wouldn't I was gonna say I wouldn't want to read that diary.
Mm-hmm. Well, you didn't have to read it in like 4th or 5th grade.
What? No, I'm talking about the part, this part.
Yeah.
Like the unreleased part, the unrated Anne Frank diary.
Released on Cinemax at 1:30 in the morning.
And real Frank. Anne Frank keeping it real.
Anne and Frankie. Never mind. That sounds like that Netflix show. I know there's a Netflix show, something in Frankie. I don't know.
No, it's Gracie and Frankie.
There we go,
Frankie
something like
and
that.
Gracie
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah,
that was on TNT.
but then like Netflix picked it up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, Netflix picks up everything. In Netflix, if you would like a great television show, feel free to record Kirstan Cunningham and Nicholas Finch recording the True Comedy Podcast, available every Tuesday on podcast platforms everywhere.
Wow. I don't think you did that intentionally, but I think that's the perfect way to wrap up this show.
It is.
Before we get out of here, we just want to say thank you for everybody who stuck around for this episode and who's been with us from the beginning, who's listening to us now. We can't do this without you.
It's really great being able to interact with our listeners. So definitely send us messages. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Slide into DMs with positive activities and ideas for show suggestions. We definitely love it. And look, y'all, it's great. We have fun making this show, and we want to continue to do it. So definitely spread the word. Become our True Comedy family.
True Comedy Posse.
Yes. And thank you very much. Later.